What is going on, everybody? My name is Kneeckoh, and welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet VGC climb. It's been a second because I've been sick and really didn't have the energy to record for half an hour at a time. But I'm on the back end of this thing, and I'm using a team today made by Moxie Boosted. And I wanted to feature this team way earlier on the channel. It was kind of an early meta team that he built, and I thought it looked really fun. It features Iron Thorns and Roaring Moon, and honestly, it's just really cool because Iron Thorns isn't a Pokemon that really sees a lot of play. It's kind of an interesting Pokemon in that regard. But this set in particular, I think, is really fun. It features loaded dice with Pin Missile, Rock Blast, Thunder Punch, and Swords Dance with a Grass Terra type. This just makes it really threatening to a lot of Pokemon in the format right now. And it makes it play extremely well into like a Moongus and things like that. Covert Cloak on Arcanine is interesting because we've kind of seen that phase out and go back to safety goggles. But still pretty good. It is a water Terra type rather than a dark Terra type, which I'd much prefer for the Snarls. But, you know, like I said, this was an early meta team. I still think it's a really solid team. A Moongus with Clear Smog is actually kind of funny because, you know, this was built at the start when we thought Dondozo would still be super prevalent. And while Dondozo is still really good, we're not seeing as much of it, but we're seeing actually more alternate sets of Iron Hands, you know, like Belly Drum and Swords Dance. So I honestly think the Clear Smog is kind of like rotated back in to an extent on a Moongus. So I think it's kind of interesting that it's here, and we may actually get some use out of it. And then rounding the team out, we have Sylveon with the pretty standard Sylveon stuff. Instead of Quick Attack, we have Yawn, and then we have Mimikyu for counter Trick Room stuff, Will-O-Wisp action, and Play Rough and Curse. So pretty cool stuff. But if this is your first time here on the channel, make sure you are subbed for more videos like this in the future. And you can also check out all the team information in the description below. But let's get into it. All right, we are looking at Indeedee Armor Rouge here. Truthfully, I'm thinking Arcanine and Mimikyu doesn't sound too terrible. Actually, Arcanine Sylveon doesn't sound too bad either. I'm not opposed to this. If they do go for the Orthworm, we can just Terra the Sylveon. And then looking at the rest of their lineup, I do think Thorns see play here with probably Mimikyu. This Mimikyu doesn't have Shadow Sneak. We don't have all our priority moves on this team, which is kind of funny. I do like Mimikyu, though. I think this is it. And this is the special Arcanine variant with the Heat Wave instead of Flare Blitz. Alright, Bundle and Orthworm. Okay. Actually, this gets interesting for our Terra target here. So under normal circumstances, I would probably opt to Terra the Sylveon. But I'm honestly thinking we may have to Terra Arcanine. Yeah, I think we Terra the Arcanine actually here. And they're probably going to get Shed Tail up, and there's not a whole lot I can really do about that. Alright, I think this is our play. This just protects us from any possible shenanigans with the bundle. With a freeze, well, with a Hydro Pump on us. Bundle protects. I just hit the Orthworm. That's all I care about. Wow, that actually did so much damage. Oh, it crit. Okay. It has a berry, though. I don't think it's going to be after... I don't know that it's going to be in Shed Tail range, though, after this. Yeah, that's not Shed Tail range anymore, which is honestly the best case scenario. They do have Heavy Slam, though, which is a bit unfortunate. I think this turn we just go for another Heat Wave and just protect Sylveon since we don't have priority. That should still do pretty decent damage to, assuming it lands, pretty decent damage to Bundle because Bundle's special defense is so garbage. They go for Freeze Dry, okay. And we do land the Heat Wave. Let's see what it does to Bundle. Not bad. Roaring Moon comes into play here. So I think we have to go for a Will-O-Wisp onto the Roaring Moon slot. They haven't Terra'd yet. And honestly, I think I just go for a Hyper Voice here and see if they attack into Sylveon. I need to get that Pokemon out, and I don't think rotating it's the way to do it. Because honestly, I think they set Tailwind here, and then I need to activate Trick Room with Mimikyu. They do go for Terra. We need to get this burn. If we get this burn, we're in good shape. Okay. Pretty standard Roaring Moon there. They do go for Freeze Dry on the Arcanine. We should take that. Yeah, just barely. And they go for Acrobatics into who? Okay. Just let me get this burn. Yes, perfect. That's really good. Mimikyu comes out here. And we protect Arcanine this turn, and we go for Trick Room. Ideally, they go for another Freeze Dry into the Arcanine slot. That would be the best case scenario. But I can almost see them going for like an Icy Wind just to break Disguise on Mimikyu. But we'll see what they do. They're really thinking about it. Oh, okay. Hey, we take those. So, basically what the game plan there was protect Arcanine, expect another Freeze Dry or an Icy Wind at bare minimum. With the burn, I think Mimikyu takes that hit and we get Trick Room set up, and that allows me to then Heat Wave next turn and double into the Roaring Moon slot with a Play Rough or something to that effect. And then we get Iron Thorns in and just kind of finish the game out from there. We were in a pretty good position after they knocked out Sylveon for us. Alright, we have a not so fun looking Perish Song team. I do like Roaring Moon a lot here. Roaring Moon and Mimikyu actually is sounding like a great lead here. Thorns I do think comes to this. And then it's like a toss-up between Arcanine and Sylveon here. That's the real toss-up. I just think we get more value from Sylveon here, truthfully. With this particular Arcanine set, I think we get more value from Sylveon. And I think we're Terra Fairy on this Mimikyu, so with the Perish Song stuff, we really don't want to be rotating. We don't want to be putting Mimikyu in a bad position. Alright, let's see what they do. Oh, they just come out straight out the gate with it. Okay. Alright, so they have fake out pressure here, which is pretty significant. This turn we just protect Roaring Moon. And I think we just go for Curse onto Gothitelle. They do go for the Terra off the rip. Probably Terra Steel. Yep. So the nice thing about this is I'm actually able to kind of make this Gothitelle think about getting out because I'm cursing it. They go for Perish Song, as to be expected. I'd imagine they just go for double protect this turn, right? And we can get Mimikyu out because it's not bound by Shadow Tag. So that's my thought process here. We get Sylveon in, and then we might be able to deal with that Scream Tail a bit more effectively. The only downside is we do have to Terra Flying to not just die to play rough. Yeah, double protect turn here. You go for disable. Nice. I'm assuming they were going for that into Mimikyu. Pretty significant damage, honestly. So on the plus side, now we could just go for Throat Chop over here and set up our Hyper Voice. Or actually, we could go for Yawn. Yeah, I'm down for that. Wow. They get Perish Song again. The double protect is going to be tough. There's their berry. So now we got to think about what Pokemon they have left. What do they rotate into that slot? Honestly, the better play there was to go for Throat Chop into the bundle. That's what I should have done. I should have just shut it down altogether and gone for a Hyper Voice, but I played myself in the process. So this turn, what we need to do is Acrobatics into that slot and go for Hyper Voice here. Because that'll give us decent damage on everything that comes out. Unless they're just down to give us Gothitelle and they don't rotate, but I have a hard time buying that. Ooh, Hands comes out. Not exactly what I wanted there. I would have preferred Fluttermane going to that slot. That still did huge damage. We might actually knock it out with Hyper Voice. Wow, we do. Okay, cool. So Roaring Moon's going to go down here. I'd imagine they bring in Gothitelle. We're going to swap back in Mimikyu. Alright, so what we're going to do is protect... Honestly, do we even need to protect Sylveon? We have such high... Yeah, no, I don't think we need to. So they're going to go for Shadow Ball into Mimikyu. That's going to break our disguise. We Hyper Voice here. Ooh, with +2 I thought we'd have enough. I really did. But we do have enough to knock that out. And that's the ideal scenario right there. Alright, so now we need to get Sylveon off the field. They're out of their energy booster, which is big. We can go for a Will-O-Wisp here. And we need to get Sylveon off so we don't lose Sylveon. We're going to lose our Throat Spray boost, but that's okay. And I think they just Rage Quit. I think they knew the position they were in. That's so funny. Everyone's afraid of the Thorns. Every time we're about to get it in and like set it up for greatness, they just bail. They just leave the battle. Alright, we have a very interesting team here. Arcanine definitely is going to see some play. We don't really have a single threat for Gastrodon, which is a bit discouraging. Arcanine comes here. Gastrodon and Rotom are going to cause problems for us for sure, but I think Thorns comes. I think this is the bring. Arcanine and Rotom lead, okay. There are worse things. Turn 1, I think we just protect and go for a Hyper Voice to get set up. Because I predict just a Will-O-Wisp onto the Roaring Moon slot. Arcanine protects, that's okay. Perfect. I'm almost okay with just sacrificing the boost and just going for another Hyper Voice here. That should KO at this range. Yeah. I'm down to sacrifice the boost to avoid the Will-O-Wisp. This also intimidates their Arcanine, which is pretty nice. I'm curious to see how much Hyper Voice will do to the Arcanine. Oh, they withdraw. Scizor comes out, okay. Oh, and they protect this turn. I mean, this turn we're down to just Heat Wave and Hyper Voice again. Actually, I think we're down to just Protect, honestly. And then Terra Hyper Voice. Because here's the thing is, I don't want to get Bullet Punched, but I also don't want to take this Rotom down to Berry if it has a Berry. So they withdraw Rotom here, we Terra Fire. Arcanine comes back out. They intimidate my Arcanine. I could have gone for Will-O-Wisp, but I didn't want to risk a Hydro Pump. And that honestly did pretty decent chunk to Scizor. They protect this turn. I mean, they're just letting me get a lot of chip, is what they're doing. Like, a lot of chip. What other Pokemon could they have? I mean, they either have Dragapult or Great Tusk is my assumption. Scizor goes out. What comes in? Gastrodon. Not my assumption at all. They go for Snarl. Ah, why did Arcanine have to be the one to avoid it? That's a touch unfortunate. We do land a Burn before it can Terra, which is kind of nice. I mean, in this turn, I'm down to just Snarl and Hyper Voice. Actually, we can just Protect to avoid another Snarl. You go for Earth Power into Arcanine. Wow, that did a lot still, even with that. Okay. I could try to preserve. But honestly, I think Arcanine's done its job. I mean, I'm down to Snarl again and Hyper Voice. Honestly, that's best case. Because I didn't want to get snarled again on Sylveon. Yep, that's what we needed. And it wasn't a crit. I thought that might have been a crit on Gastrodon, but that wasn't a crit. So honestly, that's best case. I'm really happy with that. I'm down to bring Roaring Moon back in. Rotom comes back. And we're just faster than Roaring... Oh, then, Here's the thing. Do I need this particular Pokemon for any other reason? Because I don't know that I take a Hydro Pump from Rotom. But Arcanine just isn't very threatening to the rest of my team. So I'm down to go for another Hyper Voice here. And assume that they go for a Will-O-Wisp or a Hydro Pump here on Rotom. And hopefully this just knocks out. Oh, so close. They go for Snarl. They go for Will-O-Wisp. Why would you not try to get the threat off the field? Sylveon is just doing work against you. And you just want it to hang out? So Scizor comes out now. So now this turn we just go for Acrobatics. No, we don't. I'm dumb. We go for Throat Chop into Arcanine, and then we just go for a Terra Blast into Scizor. I wonder how fast the Scizor is. Because if it goes for a close combat into the Roaring Moon slot, either way, I'm in rough shape. So that goes down. We're still faster. Okay, it's got to be a pretty defensive then. Oh, that still does so much damage. Bye-bye, Scizor. And that's the game. Sylveon did all the work that game. All of the work. Alright, well that is going to be it for this video, guys. I didn't get to use Iron Hands, like, at all. Like, at all. This entire video. I really... Not Iron Hands, Iron Thorns, excuse me. I really wanted to use Iron Thorns, just kind of show it off, but every time it had an opportunity to come to the field, either they disconnected or the other Pokemon were able to handle it. Like, Sylveon did all the work that last battle. But that is going to be it for this video. If you found it entertaining, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. I post daily competitive Pokemon content. Also, be sure to check out Discord if you're looking for a fun place to hang out where people are always playing Pokemon. And if you want to see more from me, check out this video where I talk about why Tyranitar is so good in Series 2. Definitely worth checking out. And also check out this other video where I talk about the biggest problem with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Pretty interesting video. I recommend it. But until next time, peace.